So today we'll begin well. Beginning well might mean different things for different people. And so I invite you to just think about what it would mean for you to begin well. And we'll begin this practice well by finding our sit bones and connecting them into the earth beneath wherever you are in this beautiful world, finding your sit bones, finding your connectedness and your grounding, finding your center and your calm, bringing your mind and your body into the same place to begin well here. Taking in an inhale of a fresh start and an exhale of the old. Breathing in through your nose, perhaps hope, inspiration, excitement. And an exhale, letting go of anything getting in the way of that. Pause for a moment to notice. Notice your hands on your thighs. Perhaps you want to flip them up. Notice if anything is still feeling fidgety. What does it need to calm? And taking a moment to notice your heart as this idea of beginning well emerges. Is there any sense of stress? And can you send the breath there to find ease and comfort with this idea of beginning? Beginning is also an ending, and everything we do is beginning, ending, transitioning. And so we're just moving from one place to the other. But when we pay attention and set an intention, we move with some sense of purpose, a sense of deliberateness. And so the invitation today is to attend to what you might like that to look like. What would beginning well feel like for you in this moment? I invite you to take an inhale through your nose all the way down into your belly this time. And an exhale, release, let it out. And a pause for a moment and notice how you feel. Your eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels good to you. Perhaps if they're open, a light gaze 6 feet in front. Relaxing into the experience. And I invite you, if it feels good, on the next inhale to bring a hand to heart and another hand atop, checking in with your heart space. As we think about beginning well, the invitation is to think about what you would like more of in 2023. What would you like more of in your life going forward? I had a vision, as I said, that someone might be taking this class in 2024. So in the future, what would you like more of? And on the exhale, what would you like less of? Breathing in those ideas that come to mind that you might like more of. And what would you like to let go of or focus less on? Reminding ourselves that what we pay attention to, what we practice grows, and what we stop practicing fades. So breathing in an intention to do more of the things, practice more of the things, the ways you'd like to live and think and breathe and experience. And exhaling old habits, things you might like to experience less of. Not with a goal or an outcome in mind, but more of a flavor or a tone. What's the flavor of the year ahead that would feel welcoming to you? And exhale, letting go of any resistance of what came to mind. What if it's rest or peace or calm or play or connection? What if you can let it be whatever your heart decides to tell you here in this moment, taking a moment to pause and listen. It's a practice of beginning well, and perhaps beginning each day well this year could be part of the attention and intention. So breathing in once again, a bit more of that intention, but you'd like to have more of. And an exhale. And a thought as well that it might be doing more of the same. Perhaps many of the things that you do, you love and enjoy. Can you let those happen as well? Breathing in some of those successes and things that you're doing that you love. And perhaps setting an intention to just spend more time doing those things that you love. It doesn't have to be learning something new or changing something. It could be an intention to enjoy, to embrace, to improve, to approve of the things you're already doing. Allowing yourself the joy and fun, the play, the lightness. Take in one more inhale of whatever it is that your heart desires and wants, would like to set an intention for. And exhale, shifting the energy. Bring your hands to heart center, palms rub together, creating some heat and warmth and energy to send to this intention. Bring your thumbs right into your sternum, finger pads reach towards the sky, elbows out wide. And an invitation here to open your eyes if they're closed. And take a moment to set that intention of what you would like to experience more of, how you would like to feel and show up in the world in perhaps today, the week ahead, the month ahead, the year ahead, whatever time frame you choose. What might you like to try out and practice? Taking in one more inhale to seal in that intention, the commitment to beginning well. And an exhale, let it out. Lower your hands and open your eyes and notice how you feel. Bring your hands to your waist or hanging below if you're sitting above, and roll your shoulders out 3 times to begin well, loosening before we move, and roll them forward 3 times, getting out any kinks. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Right thumb and middle finger will grab the left wrist. Reach tall to begin. Lengthen both side bodies as much as you can on the inhale, reaching tall, stretching long, lengthening with grace. Exhale, tip gently to the right, lengthen the whole left side body, breathe out. Inhale, tug the left wrist gently to the right. Engage your belly to protect everything. Exhale, let it go. Come back to center. Switch the clasp of your hands. Inhale, reach tall once again. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen to begin well. Before you stretch, lengthen. Exhale, tilt gently to the left, sending love, hope, excitement into every tiny little fiber of your rib cage and your waist. Inhale and exhale. Let yourself enjoy as you think about how you'd like to begin well. Taking good care is part of beginning well. Opening, stretching in small bits first. Come back to center. Open your arms out towards the side walls. Flex your wrists, spread your fingers wide, pinch your scapula. Exhale, release. Lower your hands to your sacrum, reclasp them. Press your fists towards the floor, straight your elbows. Drop your chin to your chest. Shoulders down and back with intention. Send some love and breath and inspiration and hope into every tiny neck muscle fiber here. Breathe in. Exhale, let it out. Another huge breath into any area of tightness. Beginning well 100% includes taking exquisite care of you. Knowing that you can care for you as well as everyone else. Raise your chin back to shoulder height, release your hands, shake it out. Reach your arms out to the sides once again. Wrap them in front, giving yourself a huge hug to begin well. Appreciating with this hug and approving of all the decisions and things that you've made to date. Lifting your elbows up and lowering them over your chest. Taking in an inhale, squeeze tight. And exhale, chin to chest, release the spine. Enjoy all those sensations. Reminding yourself that all the choices you've made so far, you made from a place of good intention, making the best decision you could in the moment. And gifting yourself that thought for the future. All you can do is make the best decision you can in the moment. What does that look like today? Bring your chin back to your chest. Stack the spine tall. Untangle your arms. Stretch them wide once again. Fingers reach wide, wide, wide. Enjoy the energy that comes in as you spread your fingers, wiggling each one, waking up the fingers. Roll your wrists with your arms extended fully in one direction and then the other. Squeeze your fists tight. Exhale, fling the fingers and the water away. Squeeze the fists tight, release and fling the water away. Give yourself a huge hug with arms in the opposite direction, likely left under right if you followed that last time. Wiggle those fingers all the way to the midline of the scapula. Lift your elbows up over your chest and lower it down to chest height. Taking an inhale and a squeeze. Sending yourself good wishes as a way to begin well. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, release your back and neck. Inhale and enjoy. Exhale, let go of any judgments, disapproval on the exhale to begin well, letting go of all of that stuff. Bring your chin back to chest. Untangle your arms and spread them wide. Lower your arms down to the floor. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Fingers will reach towards the sky. Your palm will face front. Lower your, pardon me, I'm having trouble speaking here. Bend your elbow, drop your fingers down towards the back shoulder. Your palm will land on the right shoulder. Elbow reaches tall towards the sky. Your left hand, you will bring out towards the side, palm faces the front. Lower it down towards your hip. Flip the palm over so the palm faces the back and reach that left hand to meet the right fingers. They may or may not reach. Stretch the right elbow towards the sky. Wiggle the left fingers towards the right fingers. Press the back of your head, the occiput into the cradle of your arms. And enjoy the sensations that pop up here. Breathing into it. And exhale, letting go. Opening, awakening those shoulders. Breathe into the back of your head and the cradle of your arm. Once again, taking exquisite care of yourself is part of beginning. Lower your left hand towards the floor. Reach your right hand towards the sky. Lower the right hand out towards the side. Flip it around and reach the left hand towards the right hand towards the bottom left scapula. Palm faces towards the back wall. Press the dorsum of the hand into the left scapula. Inhale your left arm up towards the sky. Drop the left hand to the left shoulder. Wiggle those fingers down towards the right fingers, wherever they land. They may not reach. If you happen to have a strap, you can use a strap here to reach, but you may not, and that is absolutely fine. Left elbow reaches towards the sky. Occiput reaches in towards the left hand. Wiggle your fingers as close together as possible. Press backwards, slight arch, breathing in, enjoying it. Exhale, let it out. In this spot, your heart may send out some messages about things you would like more of, that when you are not distracted, you might not attend to. And so listen for a moment here in this somewhat awkward position, right into that left heart space that's popped open here. What messages does it have for you? Reach your left hand towards the sky. Lower it down towards the side and towards the floor, back to the sacrum. Drop your right hand to the sacrum. Reclasp your fingers. Press your fists to the floor, shoulders down and back, chin to chest to release. Bring your chin back to neutral. Release your hands, open them out and up towards the sky once again. Interlace your fingers, flip your palm to the sky. Inhale, lengthen both side bodies, reach tall, 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 tall. Exhale, round forward, suck your navel all the way back towards the back, seated cat. Enjoy the back open, press the palms towards the front. Inhale, reach tall, slight arch back, seated cat. Exhale, round forward, bathing the spine, beginning well by treating your spine well. Inhale, slight arch for seated cow. Last round forward into seated cat. Enjoy the most delightful, delicious cat you can. Press your palms all the way forward. Gift yourself this. Inhale, reach tall towards the sky. Exhale, drop your right hand towards the earth. Spread your fingers wide, equal pie shapes. Left hip grounds downward. Reach that left arm over the left ear. Stretch, stretch, pull. Bend the right elbow slightly. Begin well by opening every tiny nook and cranny in the left side body. Breathe into it with kindness if you notice tightness. And exhale, release and stretch a wee bit more. Press into the right hand, reach tall. Exhale, drop your left hand, right hip connects downward, right arm reaches over the right ear. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bend the left elbow. Breathe into the entire right side body, every nook and cranny. Exhale, release. Huge lengthening, enjoying. If it feels good, gaze over the right shoulder. Press into the left hand, reach up towards the sky once again. Lower your arms towards the floor. Grab whatever is underneath you if it's in the way and slide it out of the way. Stretch your legs long in front. Take a moment to bang your knees. Release the knees, point your toes, flex them, spread your toes wide. Bring your feet together, toes together, knees together. Everything tight, legs engaged, knees will be slightly bent. Ankles flexed, toes flexed towards your nose, toes fully engaged, belly fully engaged. Tilt your pelvic bowl forward. Stack your spine, align at each vertebrae all the way up through the crown of your head. Huge inhale. Exhale, slide your hands down your knees towards your ankles and roll forward. In this position with your knees together, you may not go far. Breathe into the tightness here, softening to begin well. Allow your head and neck to fall and enjoy the sensations that emerge. Taking a moment here with your eyes closed, if that's accessible. And think about your time ahead. What would you like to begin well? What would you like to enjoy more of this year? A little bit of tension and energy shifting here as you ask that question, and you may discover new things. Breathing into the heart space here. You may notice some tight spots in this position, everything engaged, sending softness to them. One more big breath. Exhale, slide forward a smidge more. Noticing a lot of the intensity and strange sensations. Stretch your toes even more wide. Notice what happens in the back of the legs. Relax your toes. Slide up towards your knees, towards your thighs. Bring your hands behind you. Tense your fingers, shoulders down and back, chest puffs out. Dandasana or staff pose. Bend, straighten your knees towards the floor. Your heels may rise up. Once again, keep your feet, the toe bones connected, big toes connected, knees connected, legs fully engaged. Shoulders down and back. Breathe into the heart space here and enjoy it. Exhale, let it out. One more breath here. Exhale. Relax your legs, relax your hands. Wiggle your toes, roll your ankles out. Beginning well involves being kind to yourself. Sweep those feet around beneath you, coming into hands and knees. Take a moment to begin well here. Set yourself up for success. Spread your fingers wide, equal pie shapes. All the knuckles press into the earth, palms press into the earth, arms engaged, shoulders, numeral heads into the shoulder socket, tops of the feet on the floor. Take a moment here to find your belly and engage. Tabletop, flat back. Notice your hips, notice your knees. Get comfortable. Enjoy it for a moment. Breathing right into your navel. Exhale, release, suck the navel in towards your spine as you breathe out. One more inhale, puff the belly, full, full, full. Exhale, letting go. The navel comes towards the spine on the exhale. Inhale, arch your spine, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, sit bones reach towards the sky. Enjoy it. Exhale, round, suck your navel up, cat pose, every muscle fiber stretching. Inhale, come back to cow pose. Enjoy the front of the belly here. Exhale, round, suck the navel up towards the spine, drop your head and neck. Come back to neutral. Stabilize your knees and your hands. Shift your weight into your left hand, fingers spread wide. Reach your right arm towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Your right hand is going to come between the left hand and the left knee. Right back of the shoulder comes to the floor. Right ear comes to the floor. Notice all of the sensations here in the shoulder. You may wish to cross back ankle, ankle over ankle. You may wish to walk your left fingers all the way towards the front of the mat and notice what happens and enjoy it. Breathe into it. Exhale, release. Taking a moment here and think about what you would like more of and less of, what you would like to be beginning. Moving forward with deliberateness, moving forward with calm, with intention, with purpose. What would you like to be beginning in this moment? Exhale, let it out. Bring the left hand back by your face and stretched it long. Palms, fingers spread. Press into the left hand and untangle the right arm. Reach towards the sky. High, high, high. Gaze upward towards the right fingers. Wiggle them. Lower them down. Come back to tabletop, hands and knees. Even things out. Begin well by noticing your navel. Breathe into the navel. Exhale, release. Stretch the left fingers towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle on the right side. Your left hand will come between the right hand and the right knee. Left ear comes to the floor. Left back of the shoulder comes to the floor. If you wish, walk those right fingers long, long, long towards the front. Wiggle them long as you can. Back of the left hand is on the floor. And breathe into everything here. Notice if you want to cross ankle over ankle, what feels best to you. Bathing yourself with breath and kindness here as a way to begin well. And I want to offer this idea that we often talk about how you have to take care of yourself first. And my invitation for this moment and this month is to take care of yourself also. Me as well, you as well. Taking care of everyone. Perhaps that's an easier and more accessible. We often want to put our children first, our family first, our patients first. What if we just took an inclusive approach as a way to begin well? It might feel more accessible to many of you. What if this was the beginning of you as well? Bring your right hand alongside your face. Press into it, untangle, reach towards the sky. Reach the left fingers, wiggle them, and come back to tabletop. Lower down onto your forearms. Forearms will be on the floor, palms will be on the floor. Spread your fingers wide. You may need to spread your knees a little farther. We're going to come down into puppy pose. Lower your forehead to the floor. Wiggle your fingers farther forward a little bit and enjoy the release in the shoulders. Your sit bones are reaching towards the sky. Top of the feet grace the floor. Huge breath in. Into every smidge of tightness in the shoulders, softening. Beginning well is often relaxing and softening, embracing discomfort to let it release slightly. Thinking here with your third eye on the floor, where else might that be needed in your life? 3 more breaths, taking a pause here. Lifting your head up, coming back to hands and knees. Take a moment here for a quick cat-cow, undo the spine, enjoy whatever feels good to your spine here. You may wish to roll your hips or waggle them. Curl your toes, walk your hands forward to handprint and press up to downward dog. Reach your hips towards the sky. And take a moment here to begin downward dog well. Notice for you what that might look like. Does it look like walking the dog, holding stillness? Breathe into that heart space. Heart is hanging light. Filling fully. Allow yourself to relax in, even in this awkward upside down position. Breathing into it. Huge inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back 1 handprint or 2. Reach your right hands to the outer edge of the left ankle and enjoy the release. Bring your right hand back alongside the left. Switch to the other side. Left hand comes to the outer right ankle, gazes under the right armpit. Breathe into it. Lower your left hand down. Lift up onto your tiptoes in this narrow downward dog as high as you can. Reach your sit bones towards the sky. Exhale, lower the heels towards the earth and notice where they land. Perhaps they almost reach in this position. Lots of energetic shifts in this moment. Relax in and soften them. Notice that when we often begin, we grip, we hold, we resist. With intention, what might happen if you soften in? Relax. Walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. Widen your feet slightly. Place your left hand on the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Bend your left knee. Twist to the right. Roll your wrist out and enjoy the right hip, right leg. All the things. Lower your right hand. Replace the left. Bend your right knee. Twist to the left. Roll your left wrist out in both directions. Bring both hands to the floor. Bring them to the sacrum. Interlace your fingers. Stretch your fists towards the sky. Extend your elbows and allow your hands to fall towards the front of the mat. Release the head and neck completely. Huge inhale and exhale. Notice the shoulders here. Breathing into the tightness, softening, loosening to begin well. Bend your left knee, straight your right, twist to the right, and enjoy the release.
Bend your right knee, straighten your left, twist to the left. Come back to center, generously bend your knees. Allow your hands to fall a little farther forward towards the front. Lift up all 10 toes here in this lovely position. Gaze through your legs in this upside down. Shift your perspective here. Sending the breath anywhere it needs to. Lower your toes. Let your hands release a smidge more. Breathe into it. Letting go of resistance. Bring your hands back to your sacrum. Run them down the backs of your legs towards your heels. Engage your belly. Roll up to stand inch by inch with kindness and slowness. No hurry until you arrive standing. Let yourself begin standing well. When we rush, we feel dizzy, a little unsettled. Giving yourself a moment to arrive is a beautiful way to begin well. Lift up all 10 toes and lower them down. Gifting yourself a chance to root downward. Find your center. Draw up the earth's energy right through your legs, right into your pelvis and your belly behind your navel. Inhale, stack your spine one vertebrae upon the other, all the way up through your neck. Reach the crown of your head to the sky. Exhale, with intention, drop your shoulders, palms open to the front, Tadasana. Inhale with the heart light, buoyant, bathed with breath. Exhale, let it go. Taking a moment here to enjoy Tadasana, all that it brings. The beginning of some time standing and enjoying standing. Acknowledging the beginning. Inhale your arms out and up towards the sky. Slight arch back. Bring your hands to heart center and pause for a moment. Press the thumbs into your sternum, elbows out wide. Lift up all 10 toes once again. Engage your glutes, engage your belly, suck your navel back towards the back wall. Stack your spine, crown of the head long, everything engaged. Toes are still lifted up. Noticing everything else here. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Lower your toes to the earth. Lift up slowly onto your toes. Coming up as high as you can and pause here for a moment. Breathing in a long, delicious breath, high up on the toes. Reaching tall, lifting high, as high as you can. Exhale, lower your heels down slowly to the earth and notice how you feel. Inhale once again. And exhale, let it out. Reach your hands with the palms together all the way up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers with the index finger reaching towards the sky. Inhale, stretch tall and lengthen your side body. Grow tall and graceful like a steeple. Exhale, tilt to the right, half moon, crescent moon, pardon me. Reach to the right. Lengthen the left side body. You can rest your ear, right ear in the right arm. Breathe in. Drink the delicious breath. Let it integrate, do its work to begin well. Exhale, release. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tip the crescent moon towards the left. Rest the left ear into the left arm. Enjoy the whole right side body here. Bathing every tiny nook and cranny muscle fiber, making space. Come back to center. Release the clasp of your hands. Hands will be at shoulder width. Inhale, reach your fingers tall. Allow the shoulders to drop, the humeral heads to come into the shoulder socket. Inhale, reach tall once again. With intention, drop your humeral heads into the shoulder sockets. Lower your arms in front to shoulder height.
Reach your fingers long, long, long in front, suck your navel back. Exhale, spring the humeral heads into the shoulder sockets. Open your arms wide towards the side, palms will face front. Pinch your scapula together. Exhale, release. Bring your arms back in front. Interlace your fingers. Flip the palms towards the front. Suck the navel back, all the way back. Reach the crown of your head forward. Enjoy a standing cat. Inhale, arch tall. Standing cow. Use your belly to protect you. Exhale, round forward. Suck your navel all the way back. Enjoy. Reach the palms towards the front. Inhale, reach tall, tall, tall. Exhale, open your arms towards the side. Lower them down to the floor. Roll your shoulders out in one direction and then the other. And pause for a moment. Notice how you feel. Inhale your arms out and up once again towards the sky. Slight arch back. Fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Your spine is straight. Your rear end sticks out towards the back. Back is flat. Exhale, forward fold once again. Walk your hands forward to downward dog. And pause for a moment. Enjoy for a moment. Notice all the sensations. Shift your weight forward to plank and pause here. Begin well. Spread your fingers wide. Protect your wrists, your palms. Shift slowly onto your tiptoes. Bend your knees. Untuck your toes. Wrap your elbows in by your sides. Lower down inch by inch, chaturanga towards the earth. Pause with the third eye connected to the earth, the forehead. Weight is out of your hands. Inhale, arch into cobra. Heart shines forward, crown of the head reaches forward. Shoulders down and back, elbows tuck in. Exhale, lower down. Once again, inhale for a low cobra. Draw your elbows into your waist, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, heart shines forward, moving a little more slowly than usual. Exhale, lower down. One more low cobra. Notice the tops of your feet on the earth as you lift up and your palms lightly on the earth. Inhale, heart shines forward, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Exhale, lower down. Curl those toes, press into your hands and up to downward dog. Reach your sit bones towards the sky. High, high, high. Notice the left ball of the foot. Engage your belly. Inhale, raise your right foot towards the sky. Exhale, bring it through your hands. Come into a high lunge. Your feet will be wide, about a foot in between, a nice runway. Both toes reach towards the front. Inhale, both arms towards the sky. Exhale, sink into that right knee. You may need to wiggle your right toes a little bit farther forward. In this high lunge, both toes are jet lining towards the front of the mat. Reach your fingers tall, tall, tall. Exhale, sink in lower. Notice if you need to wiggle those right toes farther forward. Inhale, lengthen, reach tall. Exhale, sink in a little bit lower. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Exhale, hinge at the waist, halfway forward. Inhale. Exhale, hook your left elbow onto the right knee, hand to hand, coming into a high lunge twist. If you need, you can lower your right hand, left hand to the floor. And pause here for a moment. Extend the back leg, try to straighten the back leg. Back heel will be off the floor. Breathing into this tight, wrapped up pretzel position. Building strength to begin well. Perhaps setting an intention not to put yourself into too many pretzel-like positions like this year, except when they serve you. One more breath here. Bring your hands back to heart center. Halfway up, rise all the way up. Reach your arms towards the sky. Straight your front knee. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, straight the front knee. Reach your fingers tall, tall, tall. Exhale, bend the front knee. A lot of balance and strength here needed. Wiggle the fingers to soften. Inhale, straight the front knee. Exhale, bend the front knee. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to press off the back foot. Bring the back knee up to hip height in the front. Knee will be at 90 degrees. Pausing in the balance here. Take a breath here. Inhale, exhale, bring the back foot back to the high lunge. Pause for a breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, shift your weight forward, bringing the left knee up to hip height once again. A breath here in the balance. Exhale, lower, back down. Raise your arms both towards the sky once again. Lower your hands to either side of the right foot. Hop the back foot forward, a footprint or two. Come into pyramid pose. Enjoy the release. Lift up all 10 toes. Spread them wide. Notice all the fun sensations and lower them down. Shift your weight forward. Shift your weight back. Notice the subtle is significant here. Sometimes beginning well is a slight subtle shift. And noticing that when we begin, we set our GPS somewhere with an intention, a tone, a way we'd like it to be, and tiny little shifts lead us to very big differences. Noticing what happens when you shift your weight forward in this pyramid and back. Or bring your hands to your right shin, lift up as a half lift. Notice the huge but subtle shift. Exhale, lower down. Step the back foot forward to meet the front foot. Engage your belly and roll up to stand. Head will be the last to rise. Open your arms out and up towards the sky, slight arch back, hands to heart center, and pause. Take a moment here to transition well, to end well, to begin well. Notice how you feel. 3 breaths to take stock. I see January, the whole month of January, as a chance to take stock. To adjust your path, reassess. And maybe the shifts don't need to be huge, maybe just subtle. Lift up onto your tiptoes once again and pause, high as you can. Notice the slight wiggles here. Exhale, lower them down and pause. Lift up all 10 toes. Stretch them wide. Lower them down and pause. Lower your hands down by your sides. Open them out and up once again. Slight arch back. Fold forward, forward, fold. Inhale for a half lift. Spine is straight, butt sticks out. Exhale, lower down. Plant your hands on the earth. Step back to plank. Pause for a moment. Shift your weight forward onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees, elbows tuck in towards you. Untuck your toes, lower down, chaturanga. Inch by inch towards the floor, moving with purpose and intention. Inhale for low cobra or up dog, if that would feel good to you. Exhale, lower down. Curl your toes, press into your hands, lift up to downward dog. Noticing how the flow feels at this moment in time. Connect the ball of the right foot into the earth. Inhale the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, gently bring it between your hands, coming into a high lunge. Adjust your toes, wiggle the left toes as far forward as you need so that when you bend your knee, it does not extend beyond the ankle. This high lunge today is a pretty long lunge. Tap the left hip back, right hip forward, reach your arms towards the sky, wiggle your fingers. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, reach tall, 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 tall. Exhale, sink in a little bit more and enjoy. Embrace the sensations. Perhaps even approve of them. It's kind of fun. Inhale, reach your fingers tall. Exhale, bring them hand to heart. Pause for a moment here. Press the thumbs into the sternum, checking in with yourself. With intention, sending that hope, love, excitement right into that front of the right hip if it's needed there. Wiggle those left toes a little farther forward if anything is cramping or needs support. Huge inhale. Exhale, hinge at the waist halfway forward. Straight the back knee as you hinge halfway forward. Pause here for a breath. Reorganize your breath. Notice if you're holding it. Huge inhale. Exhale, hook the right elbow onto the left knee. Don't dump all the way into the left knee. You should be using your body and your strength to take care of you here. Palms connect. Coming into this high lunge twist. Noticing your strength and what you're capable of. Noticing the tiny little shifts are quite significant. And once again, perhaps deciding that you're going to put yourself in these pretzel-like positions that feel like this, only when they're good for you. 2 more breaths. Come back to center, rise upright, and pause for a moment here. Reach your arms up towards the sky once again. Make sure both toes are facing towards the front of the mat. Inhale, straight the front knee. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight the front knee. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight the front knee once again. The left glute is working. Sending kindness to everything that might be sending you messages. Exhale, bend, front knee. Bring your hands back to heart center. We're going to press off that back foot and bring the back knee towards the front. Lift up the front toes, lower them down, shift your weight forward, raise your knee to hip height, knees at 90 degrees. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lower the back foot, come back to the high lunge. A breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, press off the back foot, bringing the right knee to 90 degrees. Pause, a breath. Lower that back foot once again. And pause here for a moment. Reach your arms towards the sky. Inhale, stretch long once again. Enjoy the lengthening in the side body. So sink into that left hip. Lower your hands on either side of the left foot. Straight the front knee. Hop the back foot forward, a footprint or two. Come into a pyramid pose here. Tack your left hip back and your right hip forward. In pyramid, both toes are facing towards the front as well. Both legs are straight. Shift your weight forward into your tiptoes. Back heel can lift up. Lower down. Lift up all 10 toes and enjoy the sensations. Lower down. You can bring your hands to your shin and do a half lift if that feels good. Noticing all the subtleties, beginning well by bathing every nook and cranny of the hamstrings with breath and love and space. Huge inhale of spaciousness to begin well. Softening, loosening, letting go of the gripping and the holding tight. With intention, send a breath of all of that into the back of the left leg.
Huge exhale, fold forward, release, head and neck releases. Hop the back foot forward to meet the front foot. Pause in the forward fold for a moment. Grasp your elbows, allow your head and neck to release fully. If you don't like being upside down, that can be flat. Lift up all 10 toes. Sway a little in either direction, taking a moment to dance upside down. Lower your hands towards the floor, engage your belly, and roll up inch by inch by inch by inch by inch until your head is the last to rise.
And when you arrive, take a moment, a huge moment, to feel good, to let the work integrate, to begin the transition well, to end that part well. And as you transition to lying down on the floor, move slowly and kindly. Allow yourself to arrive on your back. Bring your knees immediately into your chest and give them a hug. Rock side to side. Massage the sacrum. Squeeze your knees and your forehead together, hugging them tight, 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 tight. Exhale, lower your feet towards the floor. Release your shins, bring your hands by your side. Soles of the feet are on the floor. Notice how you feel for a moment here. Pause in this moment. Notice the soles of your feet on the floor, the sacrum on the floor, your palms on the floor, forearms on the floor, elbows on the floor, scapula on the floor, occiput on the floor. Notice your breath, perhaps beginning to slow. Breathe into it. Huge exhale, release. Bring your right ankle to the left knee. Thread your hands between your legs and wrap them around the left hamstring. If it would feel good, raise your left knee, draw it in towards you, and press your right elbow into the right knee, coming into a figure four. Flex both ankles to protect your knees. If you wish, bring your hands to the left shin and hug the shin in towards you for a more full release in the right hip. If it doesn't feel like a full release, it's too much, and go back. You may wish to roll both ankles out as you're here, noticing all the sensations, taking it slow. Only do what works for you, without judgment. Part of beginning well is letting go of judgment, beginner's mind. Bring your hands to the back of the hamstring once again, if they're not there. Raise your right foot towards the sky. Sorry, your left foot. Press your left heel towards the sky and bring your left toes towards your nose. Press the heel towards the sky. Enjoy the energetic shifts here. Point your toe towards the sky. Enjoy the left shin. Reach that toe as far towards the sky as you can. Draw the toes towards your nose again. Press the heel towards the sky. Press the hamstring into your hands. Bend the left knee. Lower your foot down towards the floor. Release your hands from the back of the thigh. Raise your arms over your head into an easy cactus shape. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the left, coming into a figure four twist. You'll lower the right sole of the foot to the floor. Outer edge of the left knee comes to the floor. And the waist pops open here. You may notice this in your shoulders as well. Breathe into the shoulders. Gaze to the right. if it feels good. 3 breaths here. Slowing down. Sending love to any sensations in the shoulders here. They're sending you messages. I don't like to think of it as wrong, but just messages, alerts that maybe they need some extra breath. They need a little attention to begin well as well. Sending the breath into the heart space here. Turn on edge, bathing any nook and cranny that needs attention here. Bring your gaze back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Untangle them. Lower both feet to the floor. Even out the hips here. Hands are still above in an easy cactus shape for the moment. Untangle your shoulders. Bring your left ankle to the right knee. Thread your hands between your legs. Grasp the right thigh and draw it in towards you. If that works for you, if you want to leave your foot on the floor, do that. Ankles are flexed to protect your knees. Draw your knee in towards you. Left elbow comes into the left knee. Bathing the left hip with kindness, softness, looseness. Beginning well by taking good care of all of these body parts that help you, that allow you to do amazing things. If you wish to bring your hand to your shin, do that. Notice what works for you. It may be different on this side than the other. An invitation to let go of judgment about which side was better or worse, or more tight or less. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your hamstring. Press your right foot towards the sky. Right heel reaches towards the sky. Right toes towards your nose. Press your hamstring into the hands. There to hold it, support it. Point your toe towards the sky. As far strongly pointed as you can. Enjoy the sensations. Exhale, draw your toes towards your nose. Inhale, point your toe towards the sky. Exhale, toes towards your nose. Heel reaches towards the sky. Hamstring presses to the hands. Bend your knee, relax. Release your hands, lower your right foot towards the floor. Raise your arms over your head into a cactus shape once again. Enjoy the release in the shoulders as you do this. If you have sensitive shoulders, send them love. Huge breath of inhale into the chest. Exhale, drop your left foot to the right. Sole of the left foot lands on the earth. Outer edge of the right leg and right knee land on the earth. And the left hip pops open. Sending breath there. If it would feel good, gaze to the left and enjoy. Notice what comes up here. Be kind. Send the breath to it. Notice the heart on a funny angle, sending breath to all the nooks and crannies. Huge exhale, let it go. Bring your gaze back to center. Slowly bring your knees back to center. Untangle your feet. Realign your hips and your shoulders. If it would feel good, hug your knees into your chest once again for a huge squeeze. Bring your forehead to your knees. Everything tight, tight, tight. Exhale, release, stretch long, coming into Shavasana or final resting pose. Your legs will reach towards the outer edge of the mat.
Let your feet fall loosely. Palms by your side. Open towards the sky or towards the floor. Notice what feels good to you today. Or hand to heart, hand to belly. Notice what feels the most delightful to you. The most healing, the most nourishing, the most comforting. What would be the best place to begin this pose of final integration well? Take in a huge breath to begin well. And then exhale to soften in and begin. Letting go of any control of the breath. Letting the earth hold you for 3 moments to just be and enjoy.
If you wish to stay in Shavasana, please do. If you wish to come out, gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If it would feel good, reach your arms long above and your toes long in front. Taking in a big drink of breath. Pouring the breath into every nook and cranny, and exhale delightfully and deliciously, let it go. Draw your knees into your chest and roll over to one side and pause. A moment of transition, a moment of ending well, yoga well, and beginning the next part of your day well. Taking a moment to honor and appreciate the work that has come before, the shifts that have begun, and a moment to reconnect with your intentions or what you would like more of in your life, feelings you'd like to have, experiences, letting go, shifting the focus if there's anything you'd like less of. Taking a moment to appreciate all of this with kindness, compassion, wonder, excitement. And when you're ready, begin your transition to seated, moving slowly, kindly, practicing how you would like to move through the world when you are off your mat. Come back to a seated position where we began. Find your sit bones, tilt your pelvis forward, align your spine with kindness. Stretch your neck towards the sky, reach the crown of the head towards the sky. Flip your palms open, taking in an inhale. And a huge cleansing exhale. Leave your hands here or bring a hand to heart and another hand to top. Checking in with yourself in this moment of transition. Perhaps setting an intention to begin well. Begin the week well, the month well, the year well, this next season well, whatever it might be for you. What would that look like? Take a deep inhale and seal that in. And exhale, let it out. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together, thumbs connect into the sternum. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. May we all begin well. Have a beautiful week.